Hey guys, while digging, I was able to track down one of the original flying humanoid videos from Sequoia Park in 2015. Now, from what I was able to dig up, the original video was posted to YouTube or marked here as being shot on August 9th, 2015, as you can see on your screen. The description reads, "Here is the raw footage that was caught by me of a humanoid figure at Sequoia Park, Monterey, California, with others." Now, the question is, what are we looking at? After posting a short video comparing the Sequoia Park flying humanoid to a recently released Department of War video captured by the US military, both taken at completely different times, these videos seem to show the exact same thing. Now, in my original very short video, I wasn't discussing the similarities between these two videos, but instead how in a third video released by the Department of War, I commented how it almost seems at the center of a clearly visible UFO or UAP. We can see similar movement in the Sequoia Park flying humanoid video and the recently released Department of War video. Now, in the comments after I post it, numerous people drop photos of what appears to be a Star Wars Stormtrooper balloon, claiming what we are in fact seeing in the Sequoia Park flying humanoid video is this balloon, and I really appreciate the comments. I found the photos of the Stormtrooper balloon very interesting and a very compelling argument for what's seen. After looking through various Google searches of the Stormtrooper balloon, I was able to track down a video of this balloon being launched into the air thanks to Node Studios or Corridor Crew. Shout out to Corridor Crew, they're amazing. Whom posted this video over 10 years ago. They did a perfect recreation of the Sequoia Park flying humanoid video. So let's take a look at their video.
See, you got this. See, you got this. See, you got this. See, you got this. Oh no! It's too far. I can't reach it. It's really far away. See? Okay, here we go.
That's amazing.
You got too far away. You got too far away. Oh, just like the video. I didn't kick him that hard. Is it? We should have taped those weights on. Now that I think of it.
Yeah, I knew one of them came off last night. That's why I'm like, shouldn't kick him that hard because the weights come off.
Look how far it's so far away.
Well, it's gonna be a short video.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I'm looking right at it though. See? Here, hold on.
way above.
Oh, your video signal's weak.
Here, I'm gonna go back to normal.
I'm hitting my altitude ceiling.
Oh god, it's so far away. It's so
We're only
far.
2 meters away.
Brendan, that thing's gonna reach the moon.
It's reaching the moon, dude.
God dang, man.
Dude, I don't think we're gonna be able to.
I'm pretty sure I'm above it.
Look how small it is though. Look, see how tiny
Oh,
it is?
Jesus Christ.
It's really far, guys.
Doesn't look like it's far away. No, it doesn't.
Cannon.
Alright, I'll bring it back.
Should have brought my real gun. I would have been kidding with that.
I can't believe you missed.
I didn't miss. It's just it was so far away by the time I pulled my gun out of my
These are
gun.
probably decelerating so much. Moral of the story is always have your gun ready and
It's a
just be off.
stormtrooper floating in the fucking sky.
Can you zoom in on that?
Dude, that shot is so good.
That's amazing.
He's flying so fast. He's like, I'm out of here.
That was
bitches
shockingly-
going back to space.
Shockingly similar to the video I made. That was great.
All right, if you guys try this, make sure you have your gun ready,
Yeah, have your gun
and
ready.
also make sure you tape the weights.
little
to
duct
its
tape
feet.
on the weights. Little duct tape on
God
the weights.
dang it!
Yeah.
That was still hilarious.
That worked. That was great.
Again, thanks to Corridor Crew for the video. Their recreation inspired me to take a closer look at the original footage. During my research, I tracked down 2 additional recordings of the event. That means we now have 3 separate videos of the same sighting from August 9th, 2015. And after synchronizing all 3 recordings, I found several details I wasn't expecting. As you're seeing on your screen, this footage comes from 3 different sources: Jonathan Castro's channel, JC Aerial Anomalies, Yasmin Joyner's footage uploaded through the YouTube channel Nerd Shaman, and Boysen's telescope footage uploaded to the J. Lee YouTube channel. All 3 videos are dated August 9, 2015. So right away we can establish that these aren't random clips from different times. They all appear to be documenting the same event on the same day. And this is where things start to get interesting. According to the original uploads and descriptions, all 3 videos trace back to a CE5 style contact event organized by the LA UFO channel at Sequoia Park in Monterey Park, California. Participants described the event as an attempt at human-initiated contact, or what many people simply call UFO summoning. Whether that has anything to do with what appeared in the sky that day is something I'll leave up to you. What interested me was the footage itself. So I downloaded all 3 videos, tracked the object, stabilized the footage where necessary, and synchronized them as closely as I could. I'll leave links to all 3 videos in the description below if you want to examine them for yourself. Now let's compare the footage to the Corridor Crew's Stormtrooper balloon recreation. To make the comparison easier, I streamlined the Corridor Crew footage and removed the portions where the balloon wasn't visible. The first thing this comparison establishes is simple. As you're seeing on your screen, a Star Wars Stormtrooper Airwalker balloon does exist. It was manufactured, sold, and there are multiple examples of it being flown and photographed. And when you compare it to the Sequoia Park footage, the similarities are immediately noticeable. The posture is similar, the silhouette is similar, the overall movement at a distance is also similar. So the balloon explanation is absolutely worth taking seriously. But as I continued comparing the footage, I started noticing details that don't line up as cleanly. The first thing that stood out was the glow. As you're seeing on your screen, in Jonathan Castro's footage, there appears to be a faint greenish glow or sometimes purple surrounding the object. Now switch to Yasmin Joyner's recording. You can see a very similar glow around the object here as well. But now look at Boysen's telescope footage. The glow is either greatly reduced or not visible at all. So that immediately raised a question in me. Are we looking at something produced by the object itself or something introduced by the cameras capturing it? Boysen's footage was recorded through a telescope system connected to a Sony camera, and it was also the most unstable of the 3 recordings. While stabilizing it, I noticed something else. As you're seeing on your screen, Jonathan Castro and Yasmin Joyner both show the object rotating in a counterclockwise direction. But in the telescope footage, that rotation appears reversed or clockwise. So I tested a horizontal flip on the telescope footage. After correcting the orientation, the motion aligns much more closely with the other 2 recordings. Once that correction is applied, I synchronized all 3 videos together. What you're seeing now is the closest alignment I was able to achieve across all 3 recordings. And when viewed together, another pattern becomes easier to notice. The glow appears consistently in the Castro and Joyner footage, but it remains absent in the telescope recording. At this point, I lean towards the glow being a camera artifact, possibly chromatic aberration, a lens distortion, or a processing effect from digital zoom. Now that doesn't fully explain it, but it is a plausible cause given the inconsistencies between the 3 sources. Now let's move on to the motion. In the Corridor Crew recreation, once the balloon is released, it eventually drifts out of view. To be fair, that footage is edited, so we don't know the full duration of visibility in their test. But in the Sequoia Park recordings, the object appears unusually stable. The original Castro recordings run for about 2 minutes and 47 seconds, and during most of that time, the object remains in roughly the same position in the sky. Now, there are many possible explanations for this. Distance can compress perceived motion, wind conditions can vary with altitude, and camera tracking can create the impression of stability. But even with those factors considered, the lack of obvious drift is still noticeable. Now let's talk about what many people identify as the Stormtrooper's gun or blaster. This is where one of the more difficult inconsistencies appear. As you're seeing on your screen, every verified Stormtrooper Airwalker balloon reference I was able to find through retail listings, product pages, and archived images shows the blaster attached to the right hand. But in the synchronized footage, the same protrusion consistently appears on the left side of the object. You can see this in the Castro footage. You can see it in the Joyner footage. And after correcting the telescope orientation, you can see it in Boysen's footage as well. At this point, I also looked for alternate versions of the balloon, specifically any model that might exist without a blaster. That search included retail listings, archived product pages, collector references, and material provided by commenters. Still, I couldn't find a version like that anywhere that I could independently verify. What matters here is the comparison. As you're seeing on your screen, every reference I was able to find shows the blaster attached to the right hand. But in the synchronized footage, that same protrusion consistently appears on the left side. That mismatch is difficult to ignore. It's the one detail that doesn't cleanly align with the balloon explanation, and it's the part I haven't been able to reconcile. Now I want to show you one of the closest real-world matches I was able to find. As you're seeing on your screen, this Stormtrooper balloon image is probably the strongest visual comparison available. Arms extended, upright posture, and a similar silhouette. In this reference image, you can clearly see a dark circular object in the hand area, and in the Sequoia footage, that detail is not clearly resolved in the same way, but you see a black circular object. The protrusion changes depending on angle though, zoom level, and stabilization. So while this is likely the strongest balloon comparison available, it still doesn't align perfectly with what we see in the 3 synchronized recordings. And that's really where I ended up. The original witnesses believed they had captured something extraordinary. Jonathan Castro even stated in his description that he had summoned and captured this one. Skeptics point to a 70-inch Star Wars Stormtrooper Airwalker balloon as a plausible explanation. And after reviewing all 3 recordings, I understand why this explanation exists. There are clear similarities. There are also inconsistencies that don't resolve cleanly. My goal here isn't to prove one side right or one side wrong. It's to understand what we're actually looking at. As always, the links to the footage are in the description below. Take a look, compare the evidence, and draw your own conclusions. Thanks for watching.